Joining me now, my Thursday night international panel, Sky News contributor Kosha Garda, former Labor MP Michael Danby. We'll get onto the international stuff, but this is an international story because we're marked around the world as a bunch of anti-Semites given what's been going on. But, I mean, heavy-handed, I reckon burning down synagogues is heavy-handed. I reckon, blockading restaurants is heavy-handed. What's going on inside Labor?
I don't know. It's disgusting. I mean, if mosques were being burnt down, if Muslim childcare centres were being arsoned, if people were being attacked in restaurants in his electorate, Ed, who's originally a Bosnian Muslim, would demand action. Instead, you've got him and Jason Clare, delay, do nothing. There's no urgency. They don't feel this on their backs, you know. I mean, if they should take action, Peter. I think by inaction, they show what kind of people they are.
And just to show we put our money where our mouth is, I've got a picture to go up on the screen. We went to see Miznon restaurant, went to express solidarity, have a meal with them on Monday night. We wouldn't normally publicise it. There it is on the screen. There's a whole bunch of us there of good people. But of course, The Age couldn't help themselves and have a bit of a dig that we're there. But we should support restaurants like this who'd been treated as badly as they were. And
the revelation in The Age, the week before, I took a group of Labor people. I mean, so I took some people from Sky. So what? You know, I mean, really, The Age, you know, look in the mirror.
Hey, let's go to this whole brouhaha over these Epstein files. I mean, I followed it up until the point that the president was elected and he was going to release them. Then they weren't released and there was parts that were redacted. But now it's just gone down this sort of burrow that I'm struggling to follow it. Unpack it all for me, Kosha.
I think there's three things happening that are simultaneously all true, though they may not appear aligned. One is Trump is very frustrated with this. That's what he's trying to sweep it under the rug. He's saying, let's move on. I had nothing to do with this. He's a horrible guy who had these horrible proclivities. I'm saving the country. I'm saving the world. Focus on that. It's also true that his base is fractured around that issue, which I'll come to in a second. But because of that, Democrats are making hay of it because they see there's a rare opportunity to go in and drive a wedge, which they're doing. Why it matters to the base, though, is fundamentally it's about transparency and accountability and not believing the lines that are given to us through government in general, because on the merits there are many questions about this that remain unanswered that people care about. How did he amass his wealth? What were the circumstances of his death? Why was that 1 minute of footage from the prison missing a minute before midnight? Who were these alleged co-conspirators in whichever way, and all of that. And for them to just sweep it under the rug, Pam Bondi, the AG, really kind of botched the messaging around it and said one thing leading up to it, and then on a Friday just did this dump. It has a lot of people very angry, and it's a rare time where I see Trump out of step with his base a little bit and kind of attacking his own base, which is unlike him.
And so if, as he says, there's nothing to see here, it's a minor sort of thing, but, you know, OK, put it all out there. Just put it all out there.
And since they don't, then theories fill the void, and people are like, you know, who is involved and who are these important people that he's protecting, and is his name in there, is somebody else's name in there, and all that stuff is just bubbling up. So I think this story is not going to go away. He's hoping it will, but I think more disclosures are probably coming. That's the only way to tamp it down.
We were talking about this on Monday night, Tuesday night, sorry, when we were out. All of these podcasts that we're both getting into that are going through just how amazing that stealth bomber raid was on Iran. I mean, movies are going to be made about this stuff, right? I think it's fantastic that we've taken out that nuclear arsenal. But that's not the only stories. There's some amazing individuals. Catherine Perez Shaktam, this woman who was profiled, Michael, in the UK Telegraph. I'll say to my audience at home, if you can get your hands on the story, it is phenomenal. There'll be movies made about this woman. Give us a bit of a snapshot of what's made.
Well, she gives Matahari a new meaning. You know,
amazing.
How did they know where all of these Iranian generals or scientists or etc. were? Because this woman was inveigled into the top reaches of the Iranian Shiite government, and she became one of them. And
in deep cover, deep cover.
And she got out just in time. The important thing for I think strategists to consider is she focused on all of the hardline Shiite government, but left the civilian parts of it and the civilian infrastructure untouched. So that means Iran can go and negotiate with Trump and have a prosperous future, or it can continue to go down this, as you described with Epstein, this rabbit hole of fanaticism. So they have the choices before them, and this incredible, brave. I mean, imagine being a woman who was willing to do this.
Imagine being a woman and getting that level of access. That surprised me, that she was on the cleric side and not sort of the civil infrastructure of or governance of the country. So that's extraordinary. But if you've ever seen a public hanging in Iran, and I've had the misfortune of having to watch that footage, what they would have done to her, the risk to her life every single moment she was there.
Can't be overstated.
Oh my
It's
God.
incredible bravery in there. It feels like an episode of 24 or one of those shows.
Or Tehran, which hasn't, the third series hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, it's extraordinary, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that alone, I think we're making light in terms of the movie making, but I think this is like a Jessica Chastain, Zero Dark 30 type of blockbuster in the making.
Yeah.
And Peter and Kosher, it isn't finished yet because there are mysterious gas plants blowing up all over Tehran, and as long as that government is concentrating on building a nuclear weapon that could threaten the rest of the region, that activity is going to continue. Maybe not with that brilliant woman, but it will continue.
Well, the whole world is very grateful to her tonight. Thank you both.